Today I ducked up by trying to scare the wife with the kids. So just to set the stage here, my wife is currently surfing the red tide solo. During these monthly events my board is kicking it on the beach waiting for better days. So after watching the family friendly Tosh Pointo, we've been playing the scare game trying to freak each other out on random occasions. Of course I'm the master, having got the kids and the wife numerous times and they have failed to scare me yet. But enough of me beating my chest, let's get to the duck up. So the 14-year-old is grounded and stuck at home, and the 8 and 9-year-olds have just finished their homework. My gorgeous wife calls me saying that she is almost home and that I should get the kids out of the house and take them to the park, where she will meet us later after she gets home and changes. That's when it hits me. What a perfect opportunity for the four of us to scare the crap out of her. The first thing she does when she gets home is go to our closet to change clothes. So I hatch the plan with the kids that we should pretend we went to the park, but instead hide in the closet to scare mom instead. Everyone loved the idea, especially since it didn't involve them being freaked out for once. So we see her pull into the alley and we scramble into the closet and wait. I'm trying to get them to all stop snickering as we hear the garage door close. Then come the footsteps down the hall. Her purse hits the desk and we can hear her fumbling around the room. The dresser drawer opens and in the back of my head a brain cell lights up. But no, that's not going to happen. And then it does. BZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZI look at the puzzled faces of the two innocent ones and the revolting shock of disgust on the 14-year-old, and did the only thing I could think to do. Hey Angel, we are in the closet and we were going to scare you. Coming out in 1 minute. We are still trying to process this event. But needless to say I'm still laughing my ass off, and she has this sheepish look on her face. Not sure what we are going to say to the 8 and 9-year-old. And I think the 14-year-old will never be the same again. So there ya go. Scarring your 14-year-old for life is a pretty effective scare. 1 point goes to mom. She completely planned this out. Balls in your court, OP. You're gonna have to one-up her. Remember whenever your mother got attacked by bees? Kids? Lol. That is great. I don't get why everyone is freaking out about an electric back massager. Was afraid this would lead to her bringing home some random dude and making OP sad. Happy to read it was just her playing with the lightsaber. I thought she took her clothes off and was going to open the closet to get clothes while she was naked. It's called the Eroxilator. Ruffle. Holy duck, that is expensive. There's a ducking gold plated version. Today I ducked up by smiling at a girl on the bus. This happened yesterday, so if you're out there bus girl, I want you to know, it's not what you think. Yesterday after working a grueling shift at the old internet mines, I'm a network engineer, I got on the bus to go home just like always. Ahead of me in line is a young woman who is looking very pretty. She has red hair and a nice polka dot blouse. I don't think much of it, but we end up sitting across from each other on the bus. I'm reading something that was on the front page, but get the urge to look up and see her face. I had only seen the back of her head before. I glance up, and to my delight, she is very pretty. Hooray. I have seen one more pretty girl in the world than I did before. Except mid-glance she looks up at me. I realize I'm probably slack-jawed and not really paying attention. I look down. I don't really know why. I don't have a problem talking to girls. I have a long-time girlfriend and I don't talk to very many women these days. I'm feeling a bit sheepish and awkward, so I glance up again for some reason. A second after I do, she looks up at me and catches me staring at her, or at least she thinks I'm staring at her. She screws up her face a little bit. I'm not even that ugly, oh well. Twice in a row I've been caught slipping. None of this matters, because the midway stop at the park and ride is coming up, and usually everyone gets off the bus here. She stands up as the bus stops, and I breath in relief. I also stand up in search of a more comfortable seat. The bench seats that face each other kind of suck. So I'm waiting for people to clear out, and people are getting off the bus. But on today of all days much more people are getting on the bus. Much more than usually. Must be a football game tonight or something. She isn't getting off the bus. She sits by the window in a regular seat. I look around. All of the other seats are being filled quickly. I walk to the back of the bus. Nothing. I look around. There is nothing. The universe's cruel game of musical chairs is playing Creep by Radiohead. I sit down next to her. She looks at me like a deer in the headlights, and I think she is actually afraid. Flash forward 10 minutes and I've moved seats as we are the only 2 people left on the bus. She is looking over at me regularly, probably making sure I'm not furiously masturbating or something. Last stop. My stop. Her stop. Our stop. We get off the bus. She goes first and starts walking in my house's direction. We slowly walk together. For a few blocks, she keeps checking over her shoulder. She finally turns down a side street, and I think maybe I can relax now. I turn down my street. I breathe a sigh of relief. Finally the coast is clear and I don't feel like I'm stalking anyone. Then she appears. She clearly took a fake turn to get away from me, and I met up with her on my road. She starts running up the steps to my building, and I'm freaking the duck out like what is happening? Am I actually stalking this girl? I keep walking towards my building. I just want to go home. She turns and yells at me from the stairs. Stop ducking, following me, ducking creep. This is how I met my new neighbor. Today I ducked up by sleeping over my girlfriend's house. So last night my girlfriend was going to be home alone. She asked if I wanted to sleep over, so I said duck yeah. I'm not allowed to sleep over her house ever. So I was super excited. I slept over and fell asleep. Her parents aren't supposed to come home till around noon, so we figured it's perfect since my girlfriend has to be at work by 9 AM. Well, my friends, her dad came home. Now I'm currently stuck in her room trying to be as quiet as possible. My girlfriend left to work already, and I have work in less than 3 hours. I can't sneak out because her bedroom is upstairs and he is downstairs working on shut on the computer. I will update you guys as soon as I'm out of here. Hopefully it's soon. Edit. I've been stuck for over an hour now. No signs of him leaving. My back is starting to cramp up from not moving. Less than 2 hours until I have to be at work. Edit 2. Since so many of you keep telling me to jump out the window, I was considering it, but realistically there is no way I could go through the whole thing without making a lot of noise. The layout of the house is pretty much the same as the one across. The window on the second floor is what we are looking at. I'm starting to consider calling work saying I might be late, but I'm going to wait a little more. Less than 1.5 hours till work. Order a pizza, then while he's arguing with the guy, sneak out the back. Then meet the pizza guy out front and get a ride home. Okay, I got it. Find a belt. If no belt is available, then use the string from the blinds or something. Remove the pillows and blankets from the bed. Quietly, of course. Put the pillows down in front of the closet and cover them with the blankets to make it appear someone is hiding under them. Open the closet just enough for you to sneak in. Find something heavy, like a book. Get more than one. Walk to the door of the bedroom. Start lobbing these mother duckers down the steps, all over the house, so the parents clearly know someone is in the home. The more you scare the shit out of these people, the better. Once you feel you have thrown enough books, quickly dash to the closet, leaving a trail behind you leading toward the decoy under the blankets. While running to the closet, knock down a lamp, anything to indicate you are hiding under those sheets. The father will come to the room. While he is looking at the sheets, prepare your belt. Loop it around your hands. You know what you have to do. While his back is turned toward the closet, blow the door down shouting survival of the fittest bitch, and begin to choke the father with the belt. There is a fine line between knocking him out and causing severe brain damage, so use your own judgment. I'm not going to tell you what to do. If the mother comes with the father, odds are she will be screaming at what's unfolding in front of her eyes, but when the job is done, she will ultimately be turned on by watching a bigger lion take down a weak zebra. Before the mother can say anything, grab her and just start making out with her. Then just go to town on her, literally every position. Have the craziest sex you have ever had. She hasn't had sex like this in years. When you are done, get up from the bed, look her in the eyes and say, "Now I see where your daughter gets it." Then go to work, showing up a few minutes late to earn some extra style points. This is why I'm here, to provide foolproof plans that work. This is crazy, really crazy, so crazy it just might work. Okay, time for a bro to step in and help a bro out. What city and neighborhood are you in? One of us is bound to be nearby. PM that one the address and he can go knock on the front door and ask for help with his car, changing a flat, or share the good news. Anything to distract dad while you sneak out the back door. Girl bro here, if he's anywhere near me, I would gladly go there and say I'm the girl's friend and she asked me to get something from her room, stuff the guy into a bag or briefcase or whatever, then kidnap him and keep him as my own. I mean take him to his house or whatever. Final update, front page. Thanks everyone. Damn, a lot of you guys really wanted me to get caught. Thanks for all the suggestions and advice. I ended up waiting it out. The dad ended up taking a shower and I thought that would have been my chance, but I started to think about how I sometimes leave the water running to warm up before jumping in. I didn't want to die today, so I waited again. Finally he left just on time for me to run home and leave for work, but seriously? You guys wanted me to kill him, tie myself up, and pretend to be kidnapped. Someone suggested making out with the mother? IDK how that would help. I didn't do no ninja jump off the second story. If he hadn't left by a certain time, I would have been ready to take user Pierce the proper advice and done the whole pizza deal. Lucky for me, I didn't have to take things to that level. Thanks everyone.